Hi everyone, it's me Brown Leg Gaming here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showcasing my review on Kirby and the Forgotten Land. For this review, Kirby and the Forgotten Land is definitely one of the first three-dimensional games on the Nintendo Switch of the Kirby series. If you're not familiar with the Kirby series, then you might find it a little bit different from most series that you've played before. So for example, with Kirby, there's a lot of things that tend to happen. So far, from my actual experience playing for Kirby and the Forgotten Land, apparently as you go along, you end up unlocking so many different abilities. For example, I'm just going to show you something. So if I press the Y button, it drops the ability, and what I've got to do is press the B button so Kirby can suck it up and he turns back into the cutter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the house so you can see what I'm talking about. So in this workshop, you can particularly upgrade Kirby's abilities. So this won't be unlocked until when you start playing the game. This won't be unlocked yet until you get roughly about 60 or 50 Waddle Dees that you've rescued along the way. So I thought I'll show you this bit so you can see that you can actually, once you unlock a few abilities, that will be showing up right in this spot, like so. So over here, you can collect collectibles. So for example, you can collect things that Kirby actually transforms into. So for example, if I press A, for example, it's asking for star tokens, so you can turn the crank and it comes out as a figurine. Let's see what we get. So we get the Needless. So this is what you can also unlock, but I think you can get this like straight away after you saved a few Waddle Dees, I would say. But it's quite good because it adds to your collection. So you can even collect like figurines in the game as well, so that's what kind of gives it a massive bonus, because it kind of encourages you to collect a lot more collectibles until you get a big reward at the end. And the cool part is that there is actually a cinema in this game. So if you go inside the cinema, you can rewatch cutscenes, which is what I think is fantastic, because it's like you're going to an actual cinema, but it's in game. So this might be something up your street, because you might be thinking to yourself, not all games have these features. So I feel like Kirby and the Forgotten Land kind of stands out from most in a way. So let's talk to one of the Waddle Dees. Welcome to Waddle Dee Cinema. What movie would you like to see? Okay, so these are all the cutscenes that you can see on screen. So I'm going to pick one of these cutscenes. Maybe we should start off with maybe this cutscene. Welcome to the New World. Showing of Welcome to New World is about to begin. It's just like having the complete museum experience in real life. It's crazy. This is why I'm thinking this is why this game might stand up from the crowd, because it's got so much things that other games might not have. For example, like more in-game functions, I would say. Ooh. So there you go. This is the first transformation that you see as Kirby as a car, which is kind of iconic, I think. I feel like the more you see more transformations, I think it's going to keep you more entertained. For example, sometimes some games could be at different difficult levels, but I feel like Kirby and the Forgotten Land is no exception. I think if you're a beginner, you might be lucky with this game. The way I've kind of seen it from my experience, I feel like this game deserves more likely a 10 out of 10, because I just love the graphics. I love how Kirby just changes from one ability to the next. It just makes it so exciting every time you play it. So I feel like it keeps your dopamine levels like really high. So if you're somebody who likes games that are 3D like, I think Kirby would be up the street. So yeah, that's what I can put on a really good note. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a little bit more so you guys can get a good feel for if you're thinking this game might be for you, sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something else. So for example, if you're playing as Kirby, you might come across knowing that Kirby's not got full health, for example. As Kirby is in the cutter form, for example, you can tell that Kirby's energy health level is high, but sometimes that can decrease. So what can resolve that? So that's what I'm going to show you. So if you go inside Kirby's house, which you will unlock after rescuing more Model Ds, he has a bed of his own, but I think he shares it with his companion, which is amazing. But as you go through the game, you find out who his companion will be. So that's the cool part. And also, there's also a book as well that Kirby can actually read. So it's quite good. But the good part is there is a little bit of dialogue in here, but it kind of encourages you to kind of read a bit. So if you're someone who likes to read, dialogue is in no section is kind of the same as reading, but you're just kind of reading more likely what the characters are trying to say, because sometimes some characters have got their own kind of opinions in the game, but they kind of give you like extra hints to what you need to do, which is kind of good because you can get hints in the game as well. So if you're kind of thinking to yourself, what else could I do, rely on the hints. And there's also a shop, which I'm just going to show you because I thought it might as well show you this part so you get to see what the game's going to look like as you're playing it as well. So Cafe Star Model D, welcome, how can I help you? Oh yeah. So there's for example, we've got a caramel cake which is being sold, and there's Kirby burger. Obviously it has to be like Kirby themed, of course. It depends how much you've got so you can actually spend on this. So for example, I thought I'm going to show you the Kirby burger. Got it, that'll be 20 star coins. Would you like to eat this here or take it to go? So you've got the option to take it on the go. So for example, takeaway, like you would do in real life, or you can eat it in, like for example, you can eat in but at the actual restaurant. So I recommend checking that out. So I'm going to do the eat in, so you can eat right outside, right on the top balcony of where the restaurant is at the top. So I thought I wanted to show you these features. If you were thinking about getting Kirby in the Forgotten Land for somebody who's into the series or hasn't played the series, it would be a good idea to start like looking into Kirby in the Forgotten Land and possibly getting it for someone as a Christmas present or even a birthday present, for example. So that's what I recommend doing. And I would recommend giving this review 100% from me. Before you go, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more cozy gaming and variety gaming content like this. And I will be keeping you guys posted throughout the week because I might end up telling you when videos are going to be more likely. So I might host some quizzes and possibly like some decision making just in case when it comes to like YouTube thumbnails and that stuff. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on my community tab throughout the week. And that's all I can say really, so bye!